Hello. Would all our guests please have a seat? Our students will process in a few moments. Guests and family and friends, please have a seat in the guest section. We would like to start the procession. Guests and families, please have a seat in our guest section. We would like to start the procession. As you can see, our lovely sea of purple is behind you. everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
Thank you, Sissy Ochoa de Leon and Mr. Cooper and the Symphonic Band. Please be seated. We are now going to have a performance by one of our seniors, Kyle Johnson, and a PAVE vocalist, and the instrumental mix that was produced by the class of 2020 PAVE student, Anthony Johnson.
Broken down and tired of living life like a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountains, we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. So I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Said for you, for you, for you, for you. Though the silence isn't quiet, and it seems like it's getting hard to breathe, I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. We'll take them to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Said for you, for you, for you, for you. Said all we need have each other. For that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. All we need is hope. All we need is hope. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, I'll rise like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Sit for you, for you, for you, for you. Sit for you, for you, for you, for you.
Thank you, Kyle, for that beautiful rendition of Rise Up. Welcome, parents, friends, families, colleagues, and the class of 2021. We're here in person. I am Hope Herzog. I am the College and Career Coordinator as well as the Senior Class Advisor, and I am your MC for today's proceedings. I would now like to welcome our esteemed guests, the Mayor of New Rochelle, Noam Brownson, President of the Board of Education, Rachel Relkin, Vice President of the Board of Education, William Iannuzzi, and other members of the board who are with us today, Julia Magia-Oates and Adam Cooper. I would now like to introduce our Interim Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Alex Marrero.
Good morning, all. Saludos, buenas, buenas. What a celebration. What a celebration. What a great place to be. And what a way to end this year and your 4-year tenure. I can't stress enough the congratulations. As you leave your home away from home, the cathedral, if everybody can just take it in like we've been taking it in on stage. Look at that building. Look at the extension, and you all feel that breeze. How fortunate we all are to be here this morning. As you reflect on your last 4 years of your scholarly lives, I ask you to embark and to really start to reflect on the next 4, arguably the next 4 best years of your scholarly lives. So I know I'm saying something a little bit controversial, right? Because these past 4 years have been great. Yes, scholars? That's what we call call and response. Thank you, sir. But I challenge you, 4 years from now, reflect. Because if you're open, wherever you're headed, the next 4 years could possibly be the next monumental, influential years of your life. As you begin that journey, please remember those who made it possible, starting with the supports at home. So I'm going to ask you all to please stand. No, I'm breaking protocols. Graduates, stand. And pretend this side, your parents are over there in your support system, and likewise, pretend that they're over there. And do me a big favor, all right? Not worrying about hitting the notes like our beautiful morning rendition. Just yell the top of your lungs so they can hear it on the other side of North Avenue. A big thank you to your support systems on both sides. Ready, set, go. Stay standing and turn around and face the staff members that are in attendance. And do the same, because they're all, like we all, are hoping and counting on you to really transform our lives in the future, because you will be our future leaders. So on the count of 3, thank you again to all of those who made it possible these past 4 years and beyond that, for those of us who've had more than the 4-year legacy. 1, 2, 3, give it to them. Thank you. Now you guys can have a seat. Sorry about that. This is a graduation, a celebration, but a commencement, meaning it's the beginning. Back to the 4-year reference. The beginning of, quite frankly, the most influential 4 years of your lives that we're counting on you to impact and change our lives as we sit back and really reap the benefits of your excellence. This is your transition out of high school, and I want to highlight your perseverance, all of our perseverance this past year in particular. But I do not want the year that was to define your years here in New Rochelle. I want you to reflect on those moments in which things were tough, you relied on each other, you relied on your support systems all around us, and those journeys you've had from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, or if it was just a 9-12 journey, make those be the permanent memories of New Rochelle, not the year that was that we overcame. Look how beautiful this morning is. So thank you all, congratulations, and I present the class of 2021 to all of you. I'm so thrilled that I get to experience my last days here with you all, so we have something in common. I'll see you all soon. Thank you and congratulations.
I would now like to introduce our wonderful, to the audience, our wonderful administrative staff of New Rochelle High School. Interim Principal of New Rochelle High School, Stephen Goldberg. Assistant Principal of New Rochelle High School, Ms. Camille Edwards-Thomas. Interim Assistant Principal, Rachel Cornelius. And the House Principals, House 1 Principal, LaToya Price. House 2 Principal, Francis Cruz. House 3 Principal, Seth Bushing. House 4 Principal, Danielle Gonzalez. Huguenot Academy, Andrea Schwach. And Night School Principal, Maureen Mayer. And I want to give my personal thanks to the class of 2021 and welcome you to this wonderful ceremony. This was not an easy year, and you made it. So I'm so pleased to see all of you here and not on little boxes. Now I would like to introduce the Mayor of New Rochelle, the Honorable Noam Branson.
Thank you very much, Ms. Herzog, and good morning, New Rochelle High School class of 2021. You represent different traditions, you hold different interests, and you are bound for different destinations. But on this occasion, there is at least one quality that binds all of you together, and that connects you also to your family and friends in the audience. And it is this: not one of you wants to hear a long speech from the mayor of New Rochelle. And so in that spirit, I say to you simply, congratulations on this great milestone, especially in light of the unique challenges you have had to overcome through the pandemic. Good luck in your future endeavors, and make New Rochelle proud in all that you do. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce the Salutatorian of the class of 2020, Talia Hughes.
Good morning, students, parents, teachers, superintendent, and staff members. To start, I would like to thank you all for being here today to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2021. And thanks to the efforts of our school staff, as well as healthcare workers and vaccine providers all over the country, we get to have a real in-person graduation with at least some of our friends and family present. That's right, we get the authentic graduation experience, complete with the heat, the bright sunlight, the uncomfortable chairs, and the endless waiting through speeches like this. But I don't think we'd really give this up so easily if we had the chance. It's our last test of endurance as high school students, and I think we can all suck it up in favor of enjoying the last few hours we'll have at this school in the company of people whose lives will likely deviate from ours very quickly, never to cross our paths again. I will admit I was somewhat at a loss as to how to write this speech. I suppose the thinking behind this tradition is that you all would want to hear from your top-ranked students in your grade, which doesn't really hold up in this situation, because I would not be surprised if for many of you this is your first time seeing or even hearing of me. There are so many of us at this school, and even just in this grade, that creating and feeling any sort of common sense of unity can be quite hard. We all have our friend groups and smaller school communities, but there are just so many people with totally different lives that it's not like there's one defining experience that we've all shared. That being said, the only experience I have for reference is my own, and I have no idea to what degree any of you would relate to it. My experience these past 4 years has been characterized mainly by utter confusion, punctuated at times by what has felt like every human emotion known to man. And I've had a pretty tame experience, so I can't even imagine what it's been like for most of you. The years have gotten progressively better as I've gotten a grip and begun to learn how to function in society. Regardless, none of that's what's actually shaped my high school experience, and it's certainly not going to be what I remember when enough time has passed that I look back at this period of my life and the memories have acquired a rose-colored tint that makes me believe that I actually miss high school. If anything at all does that, it would be the people I got to know here. To my teachers, thank you for everything you've done, for making us laugh and have fun, checking in with us, giving us a place to talk about things, and, actually teaching us. I promise I will come back and visit as soon as I have anything interesting to share. To all of my classmates, it's been wonderful having so many of the same people in my classes year after year. I'm sorry we didn't become closer friends, but I did quite enjoy your company. I hope to see you again someday, but I hope even more you all have interesting and fulfilling lives. To all the people I used to see in the hallways every day but never spoke to, rest assured, it will probably be quite some time before I stop seeing strangers that I think are you. To my friends, I still have your phone numbers. You're not getting away that easily. We've still got a summer together. And to all the people that I have never met or even seen, this is such a huge school, there are probably a great many of you. So good luck out there in the wide, wide world, and I hope you all have lives you're proud of. Whatever comes after this is going to be unfamiliar and difficult, but to sum up every piece of advice I've heard from an adult in the past 6 months, drink water, get away from screens, read books, go outside, be nice, and I guess we should be fine.
I would now like to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Daniel Long.
Good morning, friends, family, staff, and the graduating class of 2021. Today, I stand before you as this year's valedictorian. Normally, this would be my first and only time delivering this speech in front of you, but as we know, this year has been anything but normal. Today, I'll be giving this speech twice, 2 times, 2 separate graduations, 2 halves of our senior class, 2 chances to present myself well, and 2 chances to make a mistake. At first, I considered myself lucky. I mean, double the graduations must mean double the celebration and double the fun, right? Or does it mean double the arduous duration, sitting in the hot sun at an extra graduation? If so, are both graduations equally important, or is one more important than the other? Would it be the first because it is a new experience, or would it be the second because it is my last ceremony at NRHS High School? The way I look at it, I shouldn't bother to assess the relative importance of my graduations because it does not define my journey to becoming a graduate, nor does it conclude the process that led me here. And though all of you will only be attending this first graduation, the idea still applies. Society may tell us that when we celebrate, we finalize, and we leave the endeavor behind us. I implore all of you to think differently, to view graduation not as an endpoint, but as the link that enables the learning process to continue to the next phase of your life. That doesn't mean that you should disregard this graduation ceremony. In fact, as the graduating class of 2021, we have much to celebrate.
We have come out on the other end of a pandemic that seemed to destroy everything we love. We have successfully continued our education through the use of technology and hybrid learning throughout this pandemic. We have been an epicenter for social justice reform and scientific advancement. We have 2 graduating merit scholars and a team full of football state champions. We have seen teachers hang on and continue inspiring us even when all they see are gray boxes and muted mics. What is most meaningful is that we are all here in person, surrounded by our friends and family. If that is not an accomplishment, then I'm not sure what is. I could go on and on about what New Rochelle High School and the New Rochelle community has done throughout these 4 years, but let me get back to my main point. Don't let graduation be the end point. In doing so, you would undermine exactly what it took to get here. The process, the hard work, grit, hours studying, assignments completed, comfort zones escaped that it took to graduate. That is where the value lies. The process is valuable, the acknowledgement is a formality. Because if the process required no work and was easy, then graduating would be like submitting yearbook pictures or watching the tennis team. Nobody would want to do it. I've had people ask me if becoming valedictorian was worth it. Simply for recognition, it entirely was not. But what I did to get here is most certainly worth it because it will make me a better man for the future and continue to apply to my life. In the words of entrepreneur Jim Rohn, the major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. To apply this to our situation, what we got was a diploma. The diploma will have no impact on what we become because what we become is not impacted by what we get. Instead, what we become is impacted by how we got there. Even with all of the effort we expended to get to this very moment in time, some people are still left worrying about the future. They are worried about what they will do after graduation. But that is flawed logic because it assumes that graduation is one accomplishment and we must then move to the next one. This is not the case. Don't let graduation be the endpoint. Then you have no reason to stop working hard towards success because you haven't gotten there yet. Find value within the process because then you will not need acknowledgement or stop working towards your dreams. An endless process means endless self-improvement. If you liked what you heard here today, stick around. You just might hear it again. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. It's been an honor to be a part of the New Rochelle High School community. Playtime is over, Nero. Good luck, and keep embracing your process.
Thank you, Daniel. I would now like to introduce once again the interim principal of New Rochelle High School, Stephen Goldberg.
President Relkin, Vice President Iannuzzi, Mayor Branson, board members Oaks and Cooper, Dr. Marrero, parents, guardians, relatives, friends, and guests, staff and faculty of New Rochelle High School, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2021. Phew. Quarantine, social distancing, face masks, brain break, hybrid schedule, remote, 7th day, cohorts ABC, purple, gray, or virtual. Living through the COVID era at New Rochelle High School became a defining time in our lives. Years from now, you will recall isolated moments of the past 15 months, just as I can recall very vividly as a young man where I was when I heard the news that President John F. Kennedy was assassinated, or when I was working at Albert Leonard when I heard the World Trade Towers came down. Since the day in March of 2020, when we went home from school, we experienced fear, confusion, frustration, grief, anxiety, and loss due to this pandemic. Families had to make adjustments to their daily lives that they never could have imagined, and masks became part of our daily wardrobe. And we became masters of modern technology, connecting to others through the extensive use of our cell phones. And we became experts in Google Classroom. We tried to stay motivated and engaged and learned how to work from a distance. And the word Zoom has taken on a totally new meaning. In fact, I actually began to think it became my middle name since I spent so much of my life, as you did, looking through the computer through Zoom. And although these uncertain times brought challenges for everyone, they also brought us gifts. As a result of the pandemic, we had the opportunity to take a pause, a deep breath, and to reflect upon what is really important in our lives. This high school graduation is the rite of passage, which marks the end of one period of your life and ushers in the next. And it represents the culmination of work, dedication, and determination. Yet, as we have emerged recently from our cocoon-like existence of the past 15 months, we have discovered that the world around us has indeed changed. Not only because of COVID-19, but because of unbelievable political and social events. The death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, and the insurrectionist attack on the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., to name just two. So as you leave this beautiful school and this supportive and nurturing community, know that we have prepared you to become informed global citizens who are ready for robust civic involvement to fight for a world free of racism and bigotry and all its forms of hatred. As you continue on life's journey, find your voice and listen to it and speak and express and let yourself be heard. As the poet Ian Cummings wrote, "To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. But also acknowledge, respect, and celebrate our differences." The feminist poet Audre Lorde wrote, "In our work and in our living, we must recognize that difference is a reason for celebration and growth rather than a reason for destruction. So take the time to listen and hear what other people are saying. Try to understand another person's point of view, especially when it's different from your own." As Atticus tells his children Scout and Jem in Harper Lee's brilliant novel To Kill a Mockingbird, you never really know a person until you stand in his shoes and walk around in them. Always be kind and try to live with an open heart and an open mind. You can bring a joy to someone with a smile or a kind word, and small everyday actions can affect those around you with positivity and optimism. Now more than ever, we really need this, and bringing joy to someone else is almost certain to brighten your day too. So I ask you to rise to the occasion and make this a better world so that we, your parents and guardians, teachers and friends, can continue to be proud of your achievements. Keep growing and keep going, even when it looks like you have an obstacle in your way. Use the unique experiences of your very unique senior year to get ready to change the world, because you will change the world. Now and in the future, see the opportunity in every challenge. And as the American anthropologist Margaret Reed so wisely stated, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. So congratulations, New Rochelle High School class of 2021. We are so very, very proud of you.
Thank you, Mr. Goldberg. I'd now like to introduce the President of the Board of Education of New Rochelle, Rachel Relkin, who will accept the class of 2021.
Good morning, Huguenots. On behalf of the Board of Education, it is an honor and a privilege to bring you greetings and congratulations today on the occasion of your graduation from New Rochelle High School. As we celebrate and congratulate you on this milestone, I would like to also take a moment to acknowledge and thank our teachers, our staff, our counselors, our administrators, parents, guardians, advocates, and friends who supported you and helped make this day possible. In a year truly like no other, and on the day where the governor's COVID emergency executive order is coming to an end, it is indeed a special privilege to be here with you today. Graduates, no matter where your journey started, you have made it here today. We want to acknowledge all of you, the accomplished, creative, talented, and all-around outstanding members of the class of 2021. We sincerely wish you all the best in whatever is next for you. A famous actor once said, "We all have our time machines. Some take us back, they're called memories. Some take us forward, they're called dreams." You most certainly have memories that can take you back to the time whenever or wherever you started here. You will remember your favorite teachers. Some of you will remember the plays or the concerts. Some will remember the science fairs or the sporting events. Those special moments and experiences have made you who you are today. And of course, you will remember the friends you've made. Some of these memories will indeed fade over time, but others will stay with you forever. And you most certainly have dreams that will take you forward. Some of you are going off to college, some to the military, some to a job, and some who are just not sure what comes next, but for sure you all have dreams. It is time to take advantage of all the world has to offer and work to make your dreams a reality. So what now? Bask in the glow of this day with your family and friends. Enjoy every minute. There will come a time very soon to move on to your next step, whatever that may be. Thank those around you who supported you in your journey, whether it's a friend, a family member, a teacher, a counselor, anyone. Just take a moment today to thank them. Graduates, as you walked around the high school at one time or another, you have likely seen the New Rochelle High School Wall of Fame. It is certainly impressive, isn't it? Performers, composers, judges, doctors, businesswomen, newscasters, administrators, athletes, you name it. The New Rochelle High School Wall of Fame is waiting for you to be added. It could be any single one of you, and we will all be rooting for you and waiting for you right here. Again, on the Board of Education, behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations again on this momentous occasion. You make us New Rochelle proud. Warm wishes for a beautiful life ahead. It is now my honor, on behalf of the Board of Education, to accept the class of 2021. Congratulations.
So before your class of 2021 president gives her final address, I would just like to recognize the executive board of the class of 2021 for all their hard work this year. President Hafsa Zia, Vice President Fatima Gonzalez, Treasurer Nicole Savamudi, and Secretary Chassie Andujar. And I'd also like to give a shout out to my co-advisor, Capania Daniel, who without her this year, I don't think I would have made it here. So now you will hear from the class of 2021 class president, Hafsa Zia.
Thank you, Ms. Herzog. Good morning, everyone. Parents, friends, staff, Board of Education, and 2021 graduates. My name is Hafsa Zia, and as your senior class president, and on behalf of our resilient student body, it is an honor to address you today. To begin, there are always many people to thank for our successes. Thank you to the staff and administration for keeping our building functioning and leading us through this pandemic. Thank you to the custodians and security staff for keeping the building clean and safe. And thank you to the teachers and counselors for persevering through a very difficult year. In particular, I'd like to thank Ms. Ferreira for her kindness and dedication, Ms. Soto for her inclusiveness and encouragement, Ms. Mayer for her guidance and love, and finally, Mr. Monteleone for his understanding and inspiration. I also wanted to thank my parents who have sacrificed so much for my siblings and me. Mama and Papa, you both have enabled our family success. Bahut shukriya. And thank you to my peers who have supported and motivated me throughout this year. You know who you are. In retrospect, these 4 years have been full of hard work and dedication alongside many triumphs and tribulations. None of us could have anticipated the world coming to a halt due to a virus. COVID-19 may have affected us in ways we could have not imagined, but through this, we cannot deny that we have grown stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. It's funny how the days go by and everything feels the same until you look back and realize that everything has changed. You no longer act the way you once did, and more importantly, you think and feel more inclusively. Who would have known our school year would consist of joining classes from our warm beds, being separated from our school community, and losing the concept of time? It's moments like these where I remember it's the little things that matter. The side conversations in class, walks home from school, lunch with friends, exciting sports games, unexpected fire drills, and creative extracurriculars are all experiences that have left a significant impact on us all. During these times, we all enjoyed each other's company, and most importantly, we all had fun. If we were to relive those moments in the present, they may seem insignificant. However, in hindsight, when you're stuck at home trying to find something to eat during brain break, it's moments like these that you miss and cherish. We all have experienced loss, whether it was a loved one, a job, an opportunity, and sometimes even our own mental health. Although we have experienced these losses, it is important to acknowledge how we feel during those times. This will allow us to become mindful of ourselves, which can greatly deepen our mental well-being. We all know too well how precious life is. So make sure to count your blessings, laugh a little longer, and be kind to others. Our experiences and memories have shaped us into who we are today, and they will continue to do so in the future. Knowing this, always ponder the answers to these questions. What kind of experiences will you create for yourself? And who will you turn to in times of need? And where will you find enlightenment when you really need it the most? Ultimately, this year was like eating a bag of Sour Patch Kids. It started off sour, but now it's ending sweet. I wish you all the best in whatever endeavor you choose, whether that's going to college, running a family business, taking a gap year, joining the military, or working. And finally, for my family, inshallah, Allah Pak aapko sehat, tandurusty, aur lambi si zindagi de. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Hafsa. I would now like to introduce once again the interim principal of New Rochelle High School, Mr. Stephen Goldberg, to confer the diplomas on the class of 2021.
Thank you, Ms. Herzog. It is now my pleasure to confer diplomas, the graduating class of 2021, and I will introduce Ms. Cruz and Mr. Gonzalez, who will be calling the names.
Ms. Cruz, you're going to start? Might want to move your mic. Yep. Then they're going to stand. No, they're going to give me their card. They're going to give me their card. And you can. Okay. Oh, okay. They got a.
witness protection, so I wasn't sure.
What are we waiting for? Let's go. No. Yeah. Wait right there.
Casey Adme.
Aiden Abeles Tierney. I know you.
Leilani Agarwal.
Robert Aiello.
Sharia Ahmed.
Ishaq Al-Makrai.
Najma Ahmed.
Vincent Allard.
Ariria Alonso.
Roberto Alvarez.
Omar Al-Makri.
Jose Alonso Canales.
Sarah Athir.
Dev Arbiter.
James Ayala.
Alejandro Amezcua.
Ariana Azizi.
Kevin Arevalo.
Luis Barajas.
Santiago Aboleda.
Christian Barragan.
Azael Arreola Palacios.
Ian Barnett.
Socorro Ayala.
Sofia Barrios.
Ayewa, Jonathan Ayewa.
Dylan Barrett.
Thank you. Nathaniel Ayewa. Try my best.
Jaden Becker.
Anthony Baker.
This is his name. Atzer Basil.
Valeria Barajas Andrade.
Ann Balas.
Jacqueline Barragan.
Sarah Bergamini.
Ruben Becerra.
Jade Bernal Lujan.
Grace Bear.
Joshua Berkowitz.
Brittany Benjamin.
Samuel Bevilacqua.
Anthony Berrio.
Lola Bowman.
Brett Bernstein.
Severin Caballero Conam.
Ty Brandon Salas.
Jack Callahan.
Isabela Duarte.
Mina Candelario.
Sean Broder.
Jefferson Carias Tejada.
Justin Brown.
Hugo Ceja Anaya.
Matthew Bush.
Brooke Cerrone.
Tali Beyen.
Stacy Cisneros.
Ethan Camarini.
Ashi Clement.
Jacqueline Capriel.
Griffin Conti.
Jose Caldenas Ochoa.
Neil Costa.
Lucille Carter.
Noah Deutsch.
Lucas Carvalho.
Samuel Diaz.
Luca Cassidy.
Yasmin Diogo.
Alejandra Ceja Cisneros.
Soraya Evans.
Emmanuel Ceja Garcia.
Eric Faria Sanchez.
Luis Ceja Gonzalez.
Ayana Ferguson.
Jessica Seinu. Okay,
Christian
that's right.
Fernandez.
Jocelyn Chen.
Rachel Fox.
Joey Chen.
Madison Taylor Fry.
Julia Christ. Okay.
Emily Gomez.
Janaya Coffer.
Nicole Gerber.
It's Carmel Koblenz.
Shayna Gideon.
Isabella Cohen. Sorry. Oh, wait. Come here. Come back.
Cassandra Gillenwater.
I think you want that. Jonathan Cohen.
Ashley Gomez. So proud of you.
Jillian Conte.
Do your best. Deanna Gonzalez.
James Cruz.
Daisy Marie Gonzalez.
Roberto de Leon.
Zoe Gottesman.
Jose Cruz.
Priscilla Gonzalez Villanueva.
How do you say that?
Diego Hernandez Valencia.
Chris Zedrick Chrysostomo.
Paulina Gutierrez.
Teresa Deda.
Polani DeMario.
Sebastian Delgado.
Camila Hernandez.
Of course. Aaliyah Desir.
Genesis Hernandez.
Lily Diamond.
Daniel Hill.
Martha Diaz.
Brianna Hill Bihar.
Santiago Diaz.
Conrad Huang.
Tyler DeFabio. Wait, I think you're next.
Marlena Horowitz. Marlena Horowitz.
Camila Dumani.
Stephanie Huertado.
Virginia Francisco.
Karen Hidalgo Grajeles.
Jasmine Espinosa Medina.
Stephanie Hidalgo Grajales. Yes. Stephanie Hidalgo Grajales.
Sydney Frazier Foots.
Akito Igarashi.
Namari Franklin.
Mava Ingram.
Sarah Frixell.
Farhia Islam.
I know how to say yours. I know how to say yours. Lillian Friedman.
Jada James.
Matthew Fuentes. Wait.
Kaylee Isasaga.
Gabriela Garcia Contreras.
Araceli Jimenez.
Michelle Garcia Oliveros.
Johnson Jerome.
Emma Garcia.
Ermelinda, right? Ermelinda Jimenez Tomás. Daniela Jimenez. Daniela Jimenez.
Cassandra Girard.
Proud of you. Shamir Johnson.
Kate Angela Garcia.
Caitlin Joseph. Congratulations.
Jack Garcia.
Rishab Kumar. Congratulations.
Cameron Green.
Nathaniel King.
I know who you are. Jaheim Gregory.
Jose Lopez Baldovinos.
Kamani Groom.
Blanca Lopez. Esmeralda Lopez.
It's okay. I'll pick that up.
Ricardo Lopez.
Molly Gajam. Gajom. Sorry.
Justin Lewis.
Malik Godet.
Richard Liu.
I know who you are. Fatima Navarro. Wait.
John Macedo.
Another one.
Sabrina Macedo.
Aksharo Kutola. How can I not get that right?
Jacob Mayer.
Asai Hay. Asia Hay.
Luis Magaña.
Godfrey Hayes. All right, congratulations.
Congratulations. Grace Mandarano.
Serena Henderson. Godfrey Hayes.
Alejandro Martinez Haro.
Arlette Hernandez.
Andrea Martinez Mendoza.
Jose Hernandez Ruano.
Juliana Mazariegos.
Grace Hooks.
Connor Miller.
Connor. Jermaine Holiday.
Simon Noor.
Ashley Hope.
Molly McCauley.
Tyler Hossein.
Nancy Medina Barajas.
Aislinn Ingram.
Samantha Mendoza.
Odalis Gordon Lopez.
Mateo Myring.
Jamie Jimenez Diaz.
Monique Jemeni.
Jayashri Johnson. Whew, I was
Nicholas-
sweating that one, Jayashri.
Nicholas Ortiz.
Michael Keating.
Chidima Wankwala.
Sam Kendall.
Kian O'Leary.
John Lindau.
Maribel Oseguera.
Ava Lebu.
Judith Okoli.
Ethan Lloyd.
Oliveres. Okay, Lisandro Oliveres.
Ryan Lipton.
Rogelio Oliveros.
Fidel Lopez.
Jennifer Oseguera Morfin.
Karina Lopez.
Isaiah Olivo.
Oscar Lua.
Edward Palomino.
James Luftig.
Sofia Pelaez.
Patrick Maria.
Lisbeth Peña Lopez.
Raul Maldonado.
Nina Peña.
Hold on. Isaiah Massey.
Sharon Perez.
Ashana Martin.
Jaden Carrera.
Zakai McGregor.
Benito Pineda.
Khalil McGregor Abney.
Caitlin Pimenta. Anthony Polycarp.
Makai McKay.
Riley Pineda.
Carlos Melgoza.
Mia Redlener.
Joreli Miranda.
Triana Prince.
Tatiana Mendieta Reyes.
Jason Ricketts.
Samantha Morales.
Samantha Reyes Luja.
Joanna Mora.
Aiden Reeby.
Fatima Muniz.
Eileen Rodriguez.
Matthew Mray.
Brian Rodriguez.
Emmy Nunez.
Elias Rodriguez.
Ryan Knoll.
Lisbeth Rodriguez.
Ide Ochoa.
Ariana Rolong.
Priscilla Ochoa. Hey, man.
Valeria Ruiz.
Promise Oporum. I'll take that.
Lucia Romeo Alston.
Lucy Updike.
Genesis Samaniego.
Austin Ospina.
Patrick Salas.
Kimberly Palomares.
Camila Sanabria.
Luis Vincent Porco.
Brian Sanchez Barajas.
Harrison Pecketts. Wait.
Ariana Sánchez Hurtado.
Julian Quintero.
Ana Karen Sánchez.
Anthony Ramos.
Rebecca Seals.
Mia Rivera.
Brian Sanchez.
Simone Revelle. Wait.
Alex Stranger.
Hayden Roberge. Finally got that right.
Raven Smith.
Generose Robbins.
Raquel Sullivan.
Fatima Rodriguez.
Marisol Suarez.
Maya Rodriguez.
Ian Talon.
Sarah Rothenstretch. God, boy.
John Taylor.
No, I take the card. Carolina Sandoval.
Jose Tejeda.
Zoe Seward.
Leticia Tomás.
Sofia Silvera.
Carlos Urbina.
Jalissa Singleton. Yeah.
Fabian Torres.
Jordan Smith.
Jennifer Candelaria Valdovinos Garcia.
Nolan Smith.
Mario Valencia.
Rayvon Smith.
Angel Valencia.
Manuel Sosa.
Brianna Valencia.
Esteban Soto.
David Vasquez.
Ella Stevens. Jordan Sylvester.
Somia Varghese.
Sorry. Wait.
Breon Williams.
Franklin Tenney.
Jaden
Tenny.
Weiss.
Sebastian Tejeda.
Demetrius Woods.
Alexandra Valdovinos.
Bethany Young.
Germán Valdovinos Corona.
Eric Zambrano.
Marcela Valladares.
Israel Cepeda Jr.
Guadalupe Valencia.
Marco Antonio Cepeda.
Juan Vasquez.
Nicole Cruz.
Kevin Villanueva. Wait. Marissa Waldron. Just me. Okay. Alexander Wahlberg. Daniel Webb. Justin Walsh. Oh man, give me some. Give me some. Jerome Williams. Luna Escobar. Roger Wilson. Kamanya Young, Kennedy Young, which, and definitely last but not least, Wenting Yu.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the graduates of the class of 2021. And move your tassels now to the other side. You're now graduated.
Thank you. You are now graduates of the class of 2021. We can proceed out.
Have a great afternoon, everyone, and congratulations. And be careful you don't kill each other.
Yours was like a frisbee. You got to catch it back, you know, a boomerang. Yeah, exactly.